much of me being a late bloomer is like the John Wall clip that I'm going to insert in this video. Like mentally, that's how I feel.
To John Wall.
The cheat code necessarily about being a late bloomer, anybody who's a late bloomer can probably attest to this, is that your aesthetics catch up to your well-rounded personality that you had to cultivate when you didn't have the aesthetics. Right? So now you have both. And when you're out here dating, and some of y'all probably experienced this, you have people that literally only want to be around you for your looks. And you're like, nah, but I have all these other traits like that I've that I've made. Like, don't you want to hear about those? And you have people to be like, no, I don't really care too much about that. Right. And it can be a culture shock um in romantic situations. On top of that, I always tell people about like how your friendships and how you view platonic friendships changes after you come out on the other side of late blooming. My favorite thing to say is that the friends that you have when you are very insecure person are not the friends that you have after, right? So even with myself, like I've always had male friends, right? But back in the day, I always had male friends that looked at me as kind of like a emotional step stool. In my community, we call it trying to sun you, right? To make yourself look better. Like I had those type of friends. They was cool, but they really weren't friends that I could carry with me perpetually to get to the point I'm at right now. Right. So it's I realize with me developing friendships now that I look for a lot more than probably a typical guy because I've dealt with that in my past. So it's like if you're gonna be my boy and we're gonna be cool, it needs to be a mutual respect. There's going to be mutual respect. There's going to be or there needs to be rather like a theme in the relation in the friendship where iron sharpens iron, like where you're here to make me better, I'm here to make you better. If it's about some ego tripping type stuff, I don't want that. And that's the same thing with romantic relationships, right? And oftentimes what you actually find out is that you have to approach romantic and platonic relationships sort of in the same way, in the sense of like your standards and uh how you want to be respected in those dynamics, right? So along with the other things is that like you have to really shed imposter syndrome. Like that's one thing I've had to do, like even with talking to this camera. Right? It's shedding that imposter syndrome that you can speak well, you can present yourself in a way that is likable and attractive and standing firm uh in that you're not like the same 15-year-old. Like I've, if you're a labeling, you got like traumatic experiences when you were shy or you were introverted or whatever, but you were introverted like by circumstance. You weren't actually introverted. You were just it was a coping mechanism, so to speak. So now sometimes you can revert to that as a default. When in actuality, you probably have developed a lot of your social skills and everything like that, especially if you come on the other side of blooming. Like you've already developed your social skills, your humor, your style, your career. You've developed in so many different areas that at this point you just need to stand firm in it emotionally and mentally, and then you're gonna be all right. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with y'all real quick. Let me know like if y'all late bloomers, especially past 30, like what have your what have your experiences been? in friendships, romantic or platonically? Are you still working on it? Is it something that you solidified? Do you have any advice? Um, and let me know down in the comments, and I'll catch y'all next video.